So e-bikes have been in the news a lot lately because of some communities that are starting to restrict e-bikes in certain situations, like on bike paths and park paths and things like that, where you can normally bike. They're just starting to slap these restrictions on e-bikes not allowed or things like that, when in reality an e-bike, especially like a class 1 or 3 where it's pedal assist, it really doesn't ride any different from a regular bike. The most people who I see riding on e-bikes here at the park where I go to a lot are all very respectful of pedestrians, other cyclists. They ride in the right speed. It's really generally not a problem where I live. I think when you start seeing people on e-bikes who are exceeding speeds and they're riding on sidewalks, or they're going down one-way streets going the other direction, or maybe they're probably a little too young to be on an e-bike, then you start getting into problems. And sometimes communities might overreact and place restrictions on e-bikes as a whole, when really the problem is that the people riding the e-bikes are maybe not old enough, or not riding them like in the streets like they're supposed to. But you know, when you're dealing with kids on e-bikes, it's kind of tough, because when you're 12 years old, you're going to ride your bike however you ride it. I mean, when you're on a regular bike, when I was 12 years old, I would ride down the middle of the street. I'd ride on sidewalks. I'd ride the wrong way on roads and one-way roads. Now add an e-bike to it, and that adds a whole layer of hazard on top of that, because I can go really fast now. So I think when communities are starting to look at rules for e-bikes, they probably ought to take age into a big consideration as far as who can use them and who can't. I mean, technically speaking, in some places I wouldn't be able to ride my bike because it's a class 3 e-bike, even though I'm consider myself a pretty responsible cyclist. But I don't know, it's a changing world, and sometimes technology is faster than the laws can keep up with. So most states here in the United States have classified them as one of 3 different types. You have class 1, class 2, and class 3 e-bikes. Class 1 e-bikes are e-bikes that you have to pedal to move. I call them kind of pedal assist bikes, and if you don't pedal, you'll eventually just fall over. The class 1s cap out at 20 miles an hour here. Class 2s cap out at 28 miles an hour, but they have a throttle, so you don't have to pedal on these bikes to get going at that speed. Now what I have is a Specialized Turbo Creo, and it's considered a class 3 bike. It's got a 28 mile an hour cap, and it's pedal assist, so if I stop pedaling, I'll eventually fall over as well. Now I can certainly coast down a hill faster than 28 miles an hour. I've done that before, but as far as like the assistance that the motor provides, it will cap out when I hit 28 miles an hour. So what I thought would be interesting today is to see if I can get myself going to 28 miles an hour. It's very hard. I guess some people think that because you have an e-bike, you can get going at insane speeds really fast. Well, on some, that's true. Those class 2s, you can get up really fast, and of course some people trick out their bikes so there's no cap on the speed, but you know, I don't do that. So I'm gonna give it a shot and see what it will take for me to get to that speed, if I can even do it. See what happens. So I'm out here on a long straightaway with really big shoulders, so I'm gonna do my 28 mile an hour test here. I'm gonna have to put this into turbo mode where I'm getting the absolute maximum assistance, because I cannot get up to 28 miles an hour on my own. So let's go take it out. Okay, I made my display big, so hopefully we can see the miles per hour and pretty clear. Alright, so right now I'm in sport mode, which is the second highest. I kind of have it set up to about 60% assistance. Now it's not too hard to get up to 20 miles an hour in this setting. So I'm going to just bump it up to turbo mode, and then get it in my highest gear. Let's see if I can get it up to 28. got it up to 28. Holy shit. So it won't go up any higher. So it capped me out there. I didn't think I'd be able to do that. But in turbo mode, maxing out the assistance, I guess I can. But 28 miles an hour is really fast. And it is not really a safe idea to do this on a park route. I tell you, the pot smell is strong out here today. Whew. I know that there's a storm front coming. It's starting to really show up. "15 miles an hour. That's kind of what they want you to do here. 15. You don't really need to go faster than that. I mean, let's face it, nobody in Missouri is going to win the Tour de France.
Go back the way we can, go around the circle, take the third exit.
And anybody riding their bike on this trail, sure as hell, isn't going to be in the Tour de France. So the speed limit on these pads of 15 miles an hour is completely reasonable. And of course it's honor system, there's no cops out here. On your left. Now I have seen guys out here on just flat out like mini bikes, like, you know, motors, piston engine, that sort of thing. Now those don't belong out here. All right? Oh, yeah. Okay. On your left. Whether you're on an e-bike or a regular bike, you know, safety, control of your speed is utmost important, because you really can't count on anybody but yourself out here, I think. Okay, well, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. It's another perk with e-bikes. It's easier to get up these hills. The hot smell is strong here. What the hell?